The Commanders.
No, so there's this Matt Miller. We've talked about him before. Matt Miller is an ESPN draft analyst, and he is positing that Washington is the team most likely to get back into the first round for a non-quarterback.
Ooh, I like
so
that.
he's
It gets me horned up.
stipulating number 2, they're going to take quarterback. Whether it's May or Daniels, they're going to take a quarterback. But of all the teams in the NFL, he believes Washington is the most likely to move up for a non-quarterback, partly because they have picks 36 and 40 in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the market for
So
left
this is still
tackle.
taking one at 2. You're
Yes.
definitely taking
Yeah.
one at 2, but then package to move up. Okay.
Packaging 36 and 40, maybe other draft assets.
But if you package 30, do you have the chart? If you package 36 and 40, can that get you?
I can look it up.
Here's per the Jimmy
Where did that-
Johnson
Good question.
draft trade chart. Packaging the 2 second-rounders would be good enough to get the number 16 pick.
Ooh.
And then they could grab a left tackle before the run on the position likely starts.
Or-
this is according to Matt Miller, around number 20 for the Steelers.
Could also grab another stud wideout to pair with your rookie quarterback.
I think they
possibility.
definitely need one of those. But man, if you're going to draft a quarterback for the next 10 years, you need a stud left tackle. Because right now,
Definitely need that.
right now, what do they have?
Cornelius Lucas.
He's
And
a good,
he's
he's a good,
serviceable.
good depth guy.
He would be a good right
serviceable.
tackle, maybe, but a left tackle, I think you need a first rounder, surefire first rounder.
Right, but also your first rounder, I mean, he's going to take some adjustments. I mean, it seems like a bunch of these guys we've drafted lately have definitely, there's been an adjustment period.
Yeah, I agree.
So according to Matt Miller, what they look at, the names are Penn State's Olumuyiwa Fashanu,
Yeah, went to Gonzaga.
Washington's Troy Fatanu, or Oklahoma's Tyler Guyton. Man, his
Okay.
name's so much easier to pronounce than the other two.
I have
Fashanu.
no preference. I'll take it whoever.
Would you be okay, and we
Yes.
can open up to callers, 800-636-1067, if they traded picks 36 and 40, we made a big deal about them acquiring more picks. Now, having less picks because they would trade 36 and 40 to go grab a left tackle.
Yes.
I would be
Well, hold
totally
on.
okay with that.
But why couldn't you keep those, still get a left tackle at 36, and then get a receiver at 40?
Because
Maybe
he
they feel like the
believes,
drop-off is
he
too
believes
great.
there's going to be a run on tackles starting at number 20 with the Steelers. That's Matt Miller's
So
prediction.
if
Yeah, but you could still get. I mean, you get the best tackle available early second round. I think you're still getting a good player.
might be, but there's often
But maybe he wants a
drop-off.
premier
No,
player.
I know. I mean, they obviously know these
Every
guys better
year
than
it's
us.
different, right? Remember, the whole reason why we drafted Forbes, Jason, and that was what, picking 16?
16, yeah,
Was because of the run on tackles.
yeah, that's true.
And that's why they drafted Forbes.
I know, but again,
I don't think
that
they
might
wanted
have,
to get him.
That might have been a bad decision by them.
Well, it's
It
from
might
the
have
rookie
been.
You know what I'm
It
campaign,
might
saying?
have
it
been.
looked
I'm
like
still
it.
holding out hope on Forbes.
They still could have taken a tackle there instead of Forbes,
but
and
they
it might have
thought
been
the
in a better
drop-off
spot.
was too great.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
You'd have to look at it and see what tackles.
I mean,
went
they
after.
obviously have these guys all graded and where their round slots should be. But I think I would want to get 3 starters in those first 40 picks
You wouldn't, but what if you get?
because I think you can get.
When's their next? Though, so if they trade 36 and 40, when's the next pick?
I think it's 67.
Third round, yeah.
I'll pull it up, but I think that's right.
I would be okay. I think I would be okay with that,
How about-
especially if you're getting like a 10-year starter.
Yeah, it's 67, and they have another third rounder at 78.
Package those two and go up.
Package the 40 and the 67 and go up a little bit. You do that?
I would do that. What does that do if you package 40? Do you have the chart?
I do
What
not
does that
have the
do
chart.
if you package 40 and
Give me the
67?
chart.
I'd say probably late first.
Late first?
Late first.
For 40 and 67?
Yeah, I mean it really drops off. I mean,
I like that. If you can
like
go
you
late
could
first.
you could probably trade both of those second round picks to get back up to around 15 or 16.
Right, and that's where we're saying right.
Yeah.
But Jason wants to keep. He wants.
I just want to keep. I would like to keep 36 and 40, but if you want to move up, I would think, all right, I'll trade the 36 and the 67, keep the 40.
If you move up, you're waiting a long time to get your receiver, let's say. If you're taking left tackle.
Well, what you want to happen, and I know they're going to take a quarterback, is all the quarterbacks keep being taken, Penix, because it just pushes that blue chip talent down. That's what you move up for. You move up for a blue chipper that's falling, either best position available or a position of need.
Yeah.
So if that happens, that's when teams I think are going to be like, holy crap, we got to move up.
I mean, what if Nate Wiggins is still out there? Nate Wiggins is a stud corner from Clemson, 6'2", tall, can run. I don't know if he's a first rounder, but he might be a late first rounder or a second rounder. But I think that's a position of need, in my opinion.
Which one?
Yeah.
Corner.
Yeah, for sure they have. It's definitely need. Definitely.
Right?
It's not sexy, but definitely.
I mean,
it's a
unless
need.
you're comfortable with Forbes and St. Juice as your starting corners.
Well, I'm definitely comfortable.
Not that comfortable.
I'm
I
not that
actually think
comfortable
St.
with
Juice is decent, and I think Forbes is too early to write him off.
But in this day and age, when you really got to stop the pass, I think you need two. You definitely need one shutdown corner, and you need two or three other pretty good corners.
Are you
'cause
writing
a lot of the
off-
times you're playing all three of those guys?
Are you writing off Forbes? Didn't he play better down the stretch?
No, I'm not writing them off. I just think there's
Are you
better
writing
ones.
him off as being a shutdown corner? Like he can grow into that
kind of writing them off as to be a true number one shutdown.
to be a true number one.
But maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions because it's only been 1
Might
year.
be, but am I crazy or I felt like he played a lot better the last few weeks? Like they benched him and they maybe got hurt a little bit and we didn't see him for a while. Didn't play much. But then I feel like
Look,
if I
maybe
remember correctly, he played well the last few weeks.
maybe they look
Better,
at corner
anyway.
later in the third or in the fourth. I just think you need more DBs. Their DBs were questionable.
They
last year.
do. They do.
I like the idea of a volume of picks, like that they have 36 and 40. So trading up, I agree. If you're going to go out and get somebody that you love, you package
What if you
those
get like
two.
the second or
you get
third ranked
somebody you
tackle
love.
in the
right.
whole
If you're going to
draft?
go out and get somebody you love, I get it. It would just feel a little disappointing as a fan that then you'd have to wait 40 picks for the next pick or 50 picks.
It's impossible to thread the needle really and predict it. But if they could trade down from 2 and get Penix and then get another first round pick, like I know it's impossible to make to that's a huge gamble. But if they actually pulled it off, this guy right here would be sized.
That's what I'm saying. I like the NBA deal where like a team picked Penix and then you trade. But in the NFL, it doesn't seem to go that way.
That's true.
But what if they look at it in their quarterback room and go, man, Bickle, you just have no idea. You don't understand the gap between Daniels and Penix or May and Penix.
Right. Well,
Do
then you
re-
can't do it.
Do you really
well,
want to?
No, you can't do it. The only way you can do it is if
they
think
have them
they're-
pretty close together.
Yes, that's the only way you can do it.
Yeah.
Or if they have them graded above. Like I'm reading reports, some teams in the league, according to sources, have Penix as the number 2 quarterback.
Sure. Eye of the beholder.
If you're a pressure to sack guy, he's
Right.
your number 1 guy in the whole draft.
Yeah.
He's a wizard. At,
I thought Bo
avoiding-
Nix was the best. Penix is even better than Bo Nix. I know
Penix
those are
is
like
like
the top 2
6%.
guys. Yeah.
By the way, you can
Like, no
package.
one's close
But
to
think
him.
about this: the 6 quarterbacks that are taken high. Mm-hmm. I don't have to go through them. 4 of them are going to be busts.
I know.
Now, maybe not busts as in 1-year starter, and then they're a backup.
Right.
But 4 of them aren't going to live
They're
up
not
to,
going to be
to their draft type.
franchise quarterbacks.
Adam Peters, you better find
So
the right
you got to
one.
find one of those 2.
Yep.
You got to find them out of those 6.
By the way, you package 40 and 67, you move up to 23.
There you go.
Kinda
There you
like
go.
that.
I like that. So you get
get 1,
2,
20,
23, and 36.
Yep. Kind of
Pretty
like
good.
that.
But I would agree they do need to take a tackle, right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Oh, 100%. I actually
Huge
think
You
more
need a
than,
young stud
more than the
tackle.
receiver.
Probably
It's
the
more
biggest
important.
need outside of quarterback.
I would agree
Biggest
with that.
need is stud left tackle.